Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So in today's video, I am going to do a little bit of a fall refresh on my planner. I'm going to be switching out the cover temporarily for fall with some discs and some fun little added in elements. Stay tuned. Okay, so today we are going to do a little fall planner refresh. Plus, I have some exciting news to tell you for all my viewers and subscribers. So what I'm going to be doing is pulling out some items from my current setup, which I love, but I do love fall and I love to have that fall vibe going on in my planner. I'm going to be changing out the cover, the discs. These discs, if you haven't noticed, are from the Homesteader Classic Planner. I just felt that they matched the cover best, and I do like metal discs on my planners. I also have, off to the side here, I've got a name page, a new name page. I've got a tab, which we're going to work on. And then I also have a folder. I'm just kind of pulling all these little pieces. I was setting them up kind of sort of on the side. Let's see, the folder. And then I have this. So this I'm going to tell you about at the end, and then I'm going to tell you about all this goodness at the end as well. So stay tuned. So let's get going. I am going to kind of pull aside. So what I'll do is like I usually do, I'll pull this down to the side and I'll pull things out and pop them in. But first, let's get these discs on here. So this is a cover set with a wood interior. I don't know if that's what you call it. That's what I was calling it. How fun is this? Come on, it's fall. Look at all these gorgeous leaves. I love this color. I like the beach, but you know, I'm one of those people that if you give me an option between the beach and let's say Vermont in the fall, I'll take Vermont any day. I just love all the colors. I love the crisp, cold air. And if you love fall, those are all the things you love as well. And so I'm just trying to give my planner a little vibe of its own for the fall season. I'm going to set this up here like this. It's easier. So I have been really working pretty good behind the scenes, maybe because it's not so hot in my office anymore. But I've been creating a bunch of fun new things, getting some posts up, and still staying on track with my YouTube videos and everything. So I'm hoping that remains the way it is. So let's get started. I'm going to start pulling things over. I've got the planner down. This is the planner. It is the, it's actually a mixture. So this cover is from the Playful Abstract, and then the checklist planner inside is the Modern Months. So I'm going to just go ahead and start kind of pulling some things out. Let's see, I'm going to take this over. It's seen better days. The edges are a little worn, but that's okay. So this normally was in front of the cover page, which as you can tell, I still didn't write my name on it. But this is the planner page or the name page that I printed out. So this is a pumpkin vibe, and look at this fun little circle down here. I'm thinking of taking an orange marker maybe and kind of filling it in, make it look like a happy planner disc, right? I did already put my name in here to save some time, and I then copied the wood on the side or on the back of it as well. So that's gonna go here, and then we'll do like a little flip of the front. And then what comes after that? Let's see. I'm going to start pulling some things over. What I do not have is, what I won't have is the, this here, this yearly at a glance, but I'm going to take care of that too. Not today, but I will take care of that. So this went here. I don't know that I need it now, but I'm gonna put it back in for now. And then I'm gonna pull over my trackers and my annual. The other thing I'm gonna take out of here is my August, because my planner's pretty full, so I don't know if I even have room for August anymore. So I'm gonna take August out, and I'm just gonna leave it right in this planner here and just keep going. Okay, so August is out. September is coming in. And let me grab all of September that I can. All right. And let's see. Yeah, the downfall to what I am doing, not with this, but with mixing my two planners, is it's pretty bulky, because I'm basically mixing at least two planners. I have the monthly layout, which I love. It's super, super functional for me. But then I added in the checklist for the weekly, just to give me a little bit more of a drill down with my work. And then, okay, so I'm gonna save that for the end. Let me turn this over. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna pop some things in here. And, but it does really make it super, super chunky. So I'm just checking. I do have some folders in this other planner that I may not put in here because they're pretty bulky. But so I'm going to leave those in there, and I'll fill those in later. Or I'll figure them out, I should say, later. We're going to take all this and get this in here. Now, the one thing I did not do this time around was to create a face page for each of the tabs. I haven't done it. I'm not sure if I'm going to, so I'm going to kind of just leave that for now. And, you know, I can always go back and pop some in if I felt I needed it. Let's see. I've got, again, my huge bulk of things to do. Always. You know how that goes. I'm really stretching past my desk here because there's so much paper. Let's see, I've got this. I mean, I feel like I just changed this, and I kind of did, but I just couldn't resist it because I just love having a fall feel to my planner. So it was just kind of something it was kind of a need. I needed to do this because it's just how it is. And I accept it. I'm good with it. Okay, we're almost to the end, and then we'll start adding in all that fun stuff. I have to get these papers. Some of them have smaller papers in it. Something I need to get better at. Okay, so how are we doing here? Let's get this one in there. Oops. You know, and that's the beauty with this, again, Happy Planner. With the disc system, it's so easy to put things in and out, and easily you can change it out. Personally, I could not live without it. It's just too easy to work with. It's too functional, and it makes it simple and easy to pull things in, pull them out. Like these pages, I can't tell you how many times I've pulled them in and pulled them out, and they're still going great. So I'm not going to argue about that. So let's see. This I'm going to hold off on. Okay, I'm going to try and get all this in here. This too is, I am going to make a few changes to my planner probably next year, because, you know, with the holidays here, I tend to like to, you know, do a holiday thing, and so that may not vibe very well. But we'll look at that when that time comes. But for now, I can't believe it, but we are in, you know, nearing the last 3 months of 2023. Can you believe that? It seems like it just began and now it's ending. Okay, so I will go back to this cover when the time comes. I have gone through quite a few cover changes this year, which is unusual, but it is what it is. Okay, so here's I got a few things left in here, but I'll work on that later. Okay, so here is this chunky monkey, let's call it. I did leave out a few things just because it still has information in it that I couldn't carry over easily, but look at this. It's doing pretty good. Okay, so let's get the fun stuff in. So as you know, I had a folder in there. So I have, let me pull over the elements for you first, and then we'll put them into the planner. I have a few extra things I'm doing, so I want to show you what I'm doing and then work on it together. Okay, so we have a folder. This is going to be my this week tab. Now, I made this off camera because I just kind of got started on it and it kept rolling, so I just went with it. So this is 2 pieces of paper. What I did was I just kind of glued them together. I just wanted this, you know, if you can see, kind of a shimmery pumpkin. I wanted to use this paper and make it into a folder. But, you know, things went this way and that way, and it didn't quite work out. So what I ended up doing was to keep with the theme, I went ahead and I'm just erasing some pencil marks I saw. And so I went ahead and I added wood paper to the back of it, just so that it kind of came in with that theme of the cover. And then I added my 2 pockets. So I did change the style of the pocket. So this one's just straight across, and this one I angled in. I then used my paper punch to grab a little circle out of here so it's easier to get in there. And then I made the tab from the remainder of the paper, so use the paper. And from that, I even still have extra pieces. These pieces will not be wasted. They will go into my scrap paper bin, which I showed you on my craft room tour. I'll link that video above, but that will not go to waste because I will make sure to use that. Let's see, so then we have this pocket. It's going to be a pocket. Let me find all my pieces here. Okay, so I plan to take, so this is the sticker for the top of my tab this week. I have this fun little pumpkin die cut that really kind of matched the cover a bit with its vibrant colors, and I was going to put that here. And then, as you remember from my craft room tour, that I have some of these plastic pockets. I'm going to put that on the front of here because I have all these fun little cards and, you know, die cuts that I want to kind of keep tucked in there in case I use them. So I have this fun little pumpkin one and just some journal cards. I have these 2 little papers that I put some orange gems at the top. And then I have some die cuts as well. And I may not put all of the die cuts in them, but these were ones that I had kind of hanging around. So I wanted to make sure I got them used, or maybe I'll put them in a spread, or they will be there as a reminder to use them in a journal page. So those will go into this pocket. And then I have this paper, which is the remainder of this paper. And again, I'm just tying it all together. And then this is going to go onto the back of here. And so I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to, you know, put the paste, or not paste, but the glue dots. I have this. They are the Tombow Mono Dots adhesives. I love this roller. And then this will serve as a little pocket in the background so that I have pockets abound. So what I'm going to do is, since this is the easiest, let's do this and get this out of the way. So hopefully this little backing will come off easy enough. I've had this, you know, kind of floating around for a while. I believe it's a sticker. Let me see. I'm beginning to wonder, maybe it's just a die cut. I couldn't even tell you where I got it. I've had it that long. Oh, it is a sticker. Yay, that's good. Okay, so let me put that aside. I'm going to get this off gently because I don't want to rip it. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of stick it on here in the bottom corner. Hopefully it's straight enough. Okay, that takes care of that one. We got one down, easy peasy. And when I made this folder, I also used the glue dots, or I call them glue dots, but they're dots adhesive tape. And it just rolls on. I'll show you when we do the back of this pocket. And I, you know, put the pages together, punched it with a Happy Planner, and then I did the pocket edges, punched the hole, and then I stuck it on here. And I did that for both sides. Because there are things that I need to transfer over, but the nice thing about making your own pockets, they're way thinner than the Happy Planner pockets. I love their pockets, but they are quite bulky. So there's one. We have this one, and before I lose this little sticker, I am going to get it cut down, and we're going to get it on there. I probably should have backed it to white paper instead of, did I get some on here? Instead of, sorry, I see things sometimes when I have the bright lights on. It's on clear sticker paper, but maybe I should have put it on white. But you know what I'm going to do to fix that? Oops. Let me go grab them. Okay, to solve that problem, as always, like I said, I turn to boxes. Boxes solve a lot of planner problems in terms of highlighting something, accentuating something, putting a focus onto something. So I have some boxes in here. Let's see, I wonder if there's any of these. No, not really. And I'm going to find where I have some either like these, the small arrows or just small boxes, and see what I've got. I could do today, but I used the orange one already. Again, the perils of trying to flip through a book that has been taken apart. Let's see if I could just do it this way, because it's not working anymore. So I do have some here that have that rose gold look. I could do green. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to do green. Because these kind of have like a little color on the edge, and they're not as thick, so that's what I think I'm going to do. I like the green. It kind of gives it a little bit of a different vibe. I mean, there are still green leaves in fall, so that works. So let me go ahead and get this on there. And then I'll get the sticker on there. Then I'll be able to see it a little bit better. I don't like covering up the pumpkins because I love them, but I needed something that I can kind of see. And then once I get done and I show you all of this together, I'm going to just kind of go over some fun things for my viewers and subscribers. Okay, perfect. Now, it came to my attention that with this, I did not laminate it because I wanted it to be, I like the feel of the paper, and so I did not laminate. So if it becomes a problem, what I can always do is take some masking, or not masking tape, but like packing tape, and run it down the side and repunch it. I've done that before, and that tends to protect the paper. So that will be something I'll do if I need to. So for the front, I'm going to put this sticker. I think I measured correctly. And the nice thing about this sticker, hopefully that's straight because, well, I can't pick it up now. The nice thing about these clear stickers is that you can put any, scrap notes in there, like scrap paper or sticky notes. It really is versatile. You can do whatever you need to on this. Now, before I put anything in the pocket, I want to come over here and I want to make sure that I get this paper on here before I stuff anything on the other side and potentially mess that up. Let's see, I'm looking for my pencil and I need my paper punch, so let me go grab that. Okay, so I've just grabbed my paper punch and we're going to get this ball rolling. All right, so before I have the choice of one of two things. I can either punch this paper first and then cut it down and then it would glue right over the tabs, or I can just put it to before the tabs. That limits my pocket space a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-punch this. I need 4 punches. So let's get this in here. Let me make sure I get the right 4. I need 4 here. Sometimes I just got to measure it out. Let's see, we're going to keep this. So we're going to flip it around. Okay. Move my paper punch out of the way. All right, so what I did was I purposely punched the paper so that I could keep the word autumnal in there. So this will get glued on here. And then all I'm going to do is measure out where I am going to be cutting the paper. I may have to trim a smidge off the bottom. We're going to cut it inside this line here. Get that out of the way. And let's see, we're cutting this side. Hopefully I'm in frame here. Let me find my mark. All right. And as always, this piece of scrap paper will be put into the bin and will not go to waste. So I know my big thing was my craft room tour, and then I realized after that that there's a lot of things in my room I want to adjust, and I'm going to show those. I'm going to do another video when I get that done. But that was like a really, really big thing for my to take my video and to get it organized. I kind of just noticed some things and found some things. So I'm hoping to get those fixed and I'll get another video out. But then, I realized this week is fall. So Friday is fall, the first day of fall. That's tomorrow now, because this will post today on Thursday. And, let me make sure I'll trim it after. So we're going to do these 2 sides here. So I just need to concentrate for a minute because I do not glue. Sometimes, I don't know, the glue is just kind of messy. This will limit my space for being able to tuck something in by using a wider adhesive, but it's just more secure. And then this, I'm going to see if I can get a little, got a little on my desktop. Okay. So I'm going to get this on as best as possible. Hopefully I've measured good enough. All right, here we go. It'll be nice because it'll cover up the price tag on the bottom from the paper when I purchased it. The nice thing about the adhesive is it is, before I do that, so I use this is a 1-inch circle punch, and all I'm going to do is just kind of put a little notch in the top, which I cut the word I wanted to save, just so that I have some place to be able to this isn't quite straight. I'm just trying to stick this to the disc area. But I wanted to save that word, but there's another one on there. That's okay. It's not breaking the bank. So I'm just trying to line up the discs as much as possible, or as best as I can. And then I have just a little bit of an edge, but no problem. And I do have a smidge at the bottom. I'm going to just trim that off. And then we're going to put some things into this. All right. How cute is that? Okay. So what I wanted to do with this, my plan, it'll make it a little bulky, but my plan is to tuck these items into, well, this one I'll probably tuck up here because they're a smaller pocket. And then on the back, I'm going to tuck in these journal cards. I think this one will fit. No, it will not. These will fit. I'm pretty sure. I thought I tested this. Maybe not. Oh, it just... Okay. I'll have to trim a little bit more off of these if I want them to fit in here. That's not a problem. I can do that off camera. I'll trim them. I'll get those tucked in. I have these in the front. And then I also have some of the die cuts here that, look at that. I love the boots. Let's get that in there. Let me do this first. So we have this I'm saving. I don't know why, but I feel like it doesn't really go, so I'm going to save it. There was a big old pumpkin. And I think these all kind of go together. So I am going to tuck these with that fun leaf into this pocket, if I can get it open. I think maybe I should put a notch in this pocket. So I'm just going to tuck them into the bottom there. And then this one I'm actually going to stick onto the folder. So let me lift that up a bit. I'm going to get this backing off of here. I don't think that's a sticker. So all I'm going to do is put some of this adhesive on it. Oops. I think I just refilled this. I hope I'm not running out. There we go. All right. So all I'm going to do, and with this one here, I put a little S sticker on there. Again, I've had these for so long, I don't know why I'm holding on to them. I think I just used them as decor in my traveler's notebook. But now I've got all of those in there. I'm going to move these aside. I will get some journal cards in here. And then this will be my new tab for this week. And I made it wider for a reason. And then we have this. I think that's it. I mean, I could add in paper clips and, you know, whatever, but I don't want to go that overboard. I just want a little bit of a vibe. So this is a habit tracker that I created that just kind of has that feel that, you know, I have going on. Just again, fall and, you know, all the beautiful florals. And this is for a week, but I'm debating if I may change it up for like half a year or something like that. So it depends on what I put on here. I did not back anything to the back of it. I had pondered doing another habit tracker in the back, but I chose not to do that. So we're going to add all of these things in now, and then I'm going to talk about the good stuff. All right, here we go. Here is, now don't these discs look amazing with this? I know the light is glaring off of this cover. Let me see if I could angle it a little bit for you. Look at those discs on this. It looks so pretty. Look at that. How pretty is that? I am loving this. Okay, so we're going to add in the fun stuff. So I have my new cover and my new name page, which of course I have my name in there. And I am going to put the habit tracker in the front of my tracker section. because I am going to be filling this in. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it for a week or a half a year, like monthly. I'm debating about that. And then let's see, we have this week, which I do have some information on this week that I don't quite want to show. So let me go to the following week. I still have some things that, excuse me, I'm like working on, so I didn't want to show that, but this will go here. And now there's this fun little vibe going on. And then I have my folder, which I think I had before. Let me see my tabs here. And look how cute that looks. I think I'm gonna put it here. It's right behind BTD plans, which is where I keep all of my business and reference information. Now with this, I also have, I'm gonna bring out some of my, if you watched my tour, you know that I have a organizer that I kind of change up with the seasons, and I keep all the seasonal things in it. So right now I have all these, I had to get them, all of these fun, and this isn't all of them, but this is like the paper pads and sticky notes that I have. I love them. I love to keep them out there. I love to use them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few sheets of each of these, and I'm going to pop them into my folder. I will be using, I'm going to take 2 of each. I will be using them periodically, so that's why I want to take them out. And then also the organizer from that tour. Again, if you go to the tour video, everything that was in there that I could link, I linked, but that little organization, the little organizer, I'm not sure exactly what it was called. It's an organizer. That is not only linked in the bottom, but it's also linked through the blog. Set those aside. I'm gonna do some with these too, so let's stay focused here. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck these into my folder. I do have some stickers that I'll be getting into the folder as well, but for now, this is what's gonna go in there. And I love this one because it's a list, and I can easily punch it, pop it in my planner. So I've got this one and my pumpkin. We have our garbage pickup, so you might hear that. And look how fun this leaf looks with this. All right, and then I'm gonna go back to my front cover and pop on to the back side of the cover some of these fun sticky notes. So I'm just gonna take 3 or 4 for now, because sometimes I found, oh, you know what? This isn't even a sticky note. It is a notepad. Is this one a notepad? This is, oh wow, this one's a notepad as well. Look at that. Okay, so I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't realize these were not sticky notes. It's not tearing very easily. As you can tell, the dog is barking at the garbage truck. Shino likes the garbage truck going by. So what I'm gonna do, even though these are note papers, not sticky notes, I am going to, which I usually never do, but I'm gonna do it. I think I'll do it that way. I'm gonna use my, this is removable. When the time comes and I take these out, I may or may not need to use something stronger on the laminate to get it off, or transparent. Has I been saying laminate? Laminate, not laminate. I'll use something stronger if need be to get it off. But for now, I'm just gonna put a little dab on it just to hold it in place. And then I have, let's see, this one's from the bottom, so I think I'll do them from the bottom. Just a little strip to kind of hold it in there. This one even still has the little sticky parts on it. Let me get that off. That bugs me. let me get this off and then let's talk goodness. Okay. There we go. All right. So here we are. My gosh, I am loving this. Oh, and let me bring one more thing. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. This is also my Vila Beautiful pen, which I love these. They're gel ink. You know, you pop them off right with them. This pen is goes perfectly with this new cover. And this pen, I do have a link for you. I will put it in the bottom of the description. And I don't know that this pen is available anymore. I believe it was called Pumpkin Spice is what it was called. But there's a ton of beautiful pens there. You're sure to find something you love. Okay, here we are. Let's bring in all the little fun decor stuff. I have my little pumpkin cup, which I love. My florals, my little pumpkin. Okay, I'm clouding up my space, but I need to make space because I want to talk about something. So I have my planner set up. My cover says, "And all at once, summer collapsed into fall." Love this quote, love the disc, very warm, very crisp and fall. And now when I open it, I have my cute sticky notes. I have this beautiful fall dashboard. So this is a vellum that I made, and then this is a name page which I backed to the same wood pattern. And then I have the rest of my planner, which is in its entirety the way it was. I added in this fun little page marker for this week, and then I added in as well this fun folder with some cute fall notepads and to-do lists, which I also have space in the back. I can put my stickers in there. So there's just a quick review of what I've done. Let's talk about this cover. So this cover is now, or I shouldn't say now, this cover, let me show you. This cover with the wood interior and this name page is going to be available on the blog tomorrow, Friday, the first day of fall. It will be available as a free download. Yes, I said that right. A free download. You will be able to print off this cover and the name page for free tomorrow. It'll be in a blog post, so check out the blog. You'll be able to access the blog right from the main page. And you can then make your own cover if you want to give your planner a fall vibe. My suggestion, I've put the tips into the post, but my suggestion is, like I did with this, I did a 10 mil lamination. So what that means is most people don't have the access to the 10 mil. So what I did was I did 2.5 to give me 10. So I got 5 mil sheets. I did a lamination, cut it down, and then I laminated it again. So, you know, when you do your measuring, you'll have to make sure you account for all that. My only thing that I did not do correctly was I did miss the edge here. I was going to push it all the way to the edge, and I did miss that. So that's for another day. But I can also still put something behind here that has that on there. And then I won't see it. So I'm not worried about that. The point is, if you, and this is free, you just check out the blog. You can get the download of this cover with the wood inside and then this name page for free. You can print it for your own fall planner. I would truly appreciate, though, that when you print it and use it for your planner, if you would just on social media tag me at Behind the Designs. I'd love to see how you're using it, what setup you did. I tried this cover with a number of different colored discs. I tried white, I tried black, gold. All of those went great. there was no issues with the color of discs. So I'm always curious how you see your planner, and I know how I see my planner. So that's part number 1. I've never done this. I've never offered anything like this. It is a complete cover set and the name page for your planner. And, oh, by the way, if you happen to love fall, like I do, drop a comment below with your favorite leaf icon, or just simply say, I love fall. That would be fun, right? I'd love to see all your comments. So tomorrow, Friday, get this cover set and name page. Then, if you are a subscriber, so this is where you have to actually subscribe to my blog through the newsletter link. You would go to the, it pops up midway down the page, or there is a direct page at the bottom of the post for the free printable that's coming available. There will also be a link to subscribe to the newsletter. So there's numerous locations you can find it. To get the printable habit tracker, you will need to be a subscriber for that to the blog. So you will need to subscribe with your email, and you'll be put onto the newsletter list, and then you'll know when I post new posts or offer new printables. I have put up quite a few recently, and the reason for that is because this habit tracker is only available to subscribers. It is in a password protected screen or library, resource library. So you'll need to be a subscriber to get that passcode. So subscribe, and then you can print off your own habit tracker. And look how fun this looks with this, right? It's got the pumpkins, it's got these rich burgundy colors. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to get into my planner. I miss my old setup already, but this will pacify me and make me happy every time I have to pick up my planner. So that is all. It was a bunch, and I didn't even really craft too much on screen, but it was a lot for today. I will cut some things out, obviously, but I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create your beautiful life one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.